What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome to a slightly rainy day in Forza Horizon 3, out in the desert. Ironically, we have a small rainstorm happening out in the Australian desert, which is, again, like I said, a little odd, but regardless, we're going to be doing a top speed shootout between the three main Hot Wheels cars. Now, the only things that we've done with these are we've fully built the factory engines. These have not been swapped, and we've given them the widest tires we possibly can. So first up, we're going to run the Hot Wheels Rip Rod, then after that, we're going to run the Bone Shaker, and then after that, we're going to run the Twin Mill. Now, there are some little weird quirks with these cars, especially the Twin Mill, which may impact their top speed. I don't think the Rip Rod is going to be the fastest, but it'll definitely give us a cool baseline. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and run the Rip Rod down the runway and see what it can hit. Now, go ahead and rip around right here at the beginning of the race. Oh boy. Or at the beginning of the runway, I should say. Alright. Get ready to launch, and go! A little bit of wheel spin, and then it hooks right up, gets up 60 in first gear. Gears are very close together and very short. Very, very short. Making about 306 horsepower right now. So not the most powerful car in the world, especially considering the fact that we're making 306 horsepower at about 16.2 pounds of boost. So, like I said, not the fastest car you're ever going to come across. But again, it's a start. It gives us a baseline, and it allows us to figure out which one of these is going to be the fastest at the end of the day. So about 148.7 across the line, and that'll give us a little bit of a baseline. Now I'm going to swap over to the Bone Shaker, which will definitely bring things up a few notches. I almost said a notch. I was like, yeah, maybe a little bit more than a single notch. Probably a few notches, considering the fact that the maximum tire size you can upgrade to in the rear is, the first number starts with a 4. Not a 3, a 4. These tires are insanely wide. They're like a 405 or something like that, or a 425 maybe. It still spins through the first 3 gears in the rain, too. It's like, dude. Again, the gears are really close together as well. How much power are we making? Like 600. Give or take 600 horsepower. And, again, it's... Oh, really? I'm trying to shift up, and that's all it has is 6 gears? Well, damn. I mean, again, like I said, the only things we were allowed to do for this challenge were upgrade engine power and increase tire size. Changing gearing wasn't really considered high. Wasn't really considered part of the criteria for this. So I mean, at the end of the day, that might be what we're gonna see for top speed. Gonna get ready for a launch. Oh, this won't do. Okay, fine. We'll have to launch it the old-fashioned way. Again, the acceleration is amazing, but the only problem is, once it hits about 160, like 100 or 172, once it hits 172, that is the end of your gearing. That is the rev limiter. That is the end of its gearing. And look, I'm trying to shift. No more gears. No more gears. 172.5 miles an hour. So that is a pretty clear demonstration of which one is the fastest so far. The only thing is, the Twin Mill is a bit of a wild card because they won't let you upgrade the engines. But you can do tires, you can do anything else like that you want. The only other thing is, like I said, we can't touch the gearing. So this Twin Mill's running factory gearing and the power that it came with, but a much wider tire. So we'll see. We'll go this way, see what we can hit, and then we'll run back the other way and see what it'll clock. It sounds so good. Listen to that. $200 exclamation point. I just noticed the exclamation point on the dash inside the car. That's awesome. We're already over 200 miles an hour. We just need to turn, dude, we just need to turn around and go the other way and make it official. And by the way, though, before we do that, this thing is awesome at, like, these little, look, if I can get it in the right gear. Oh my god, it was doing really well earlier. It was doing amazing donuts around this pole earlier. See, it's like perfect for this. You can, well, as long as you don't freaking screw it up. God, it was way easier than that, like 10 minutes ago. I don't know why. Okay, well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing launched and see what she'll do. Let's try launching in third. Oh, well, we have to launch the old-fashioned way. I was worried about that. I saw him coming. I was like, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. And he did it. So, get up to the line. All right, ready? And go. Full throttle right now. A little bit of spinning. By the time it hit the top of third, though, it hooked up and went. Oh my god, easily. See, the only thing is, if that bone shaker had more gearing, it would be a totally different outcome, or at least would have the potential to be a totally different outcome. This is also a 6-speed, but it goes to well over 200 miles an hour. So, at the end of the day, I wonder if at this point, it's down to a gearing battle. So, I know I said I wouldn't touch the gearing, and officially the twin mill is the fastest. But the official challenge is over. So that means we have a little bit of room to play around. So, in keeping with that, I'm going to grab the bone shaker, and I'm going to change the gearing, and I'm going to see if that will give us that much extra speed. I mean, I can imagine it's probably got a super short rear end ratio. Like, stupidly short. Let's see. What's my rear end ratio? It's a 3. Really? God, I imagine it'd be shorter than that. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to just lengthen everything by a little bit. Now let's see what that did. That changed the top speed to a 194.4. Now if I bring this down to like a 288... 195.2. Okay, so lengthen 5th and 6th a little bit. Well, yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 195.6. That might be like the 195 range, the almost 200 range. That might be where it stops. We'll have to see. That might be where it stops. Because again, like I said, officially the twin mill's the fastest, but I would really like to see what this can do with some modified gearing, because it has so much grip, and it's got a decent amount of power too. And since we changed the actual gear ratios themselves of the individual gears and not just the rear end ratio, it still feels crazy quick. Already way faster than before. It walks around, though. It's weird. 185, 186, 87, 88, 89. There's 190. It needs more room. Like, dude, it needs more room. The runway is not big enough. The runway is not big enough to support the top speed of this particular thing. It's like, oh, no. Xbox, stop listening. Don't you love it when it does that? Oh my god. Okay. Back to this. The twin mill, I think even still, with the twin mill's factory gearing and this with the modified gearing, I'm going to go back the other way so I can set an official speed. And I'm even going to get a huge run-up. I'm going to get a massive run-up just to see if that helps. So we're hitting the runway at about, give or take, 110 miles an hour. Passing 150. Come on, passing 160. Top of 5th gear, just past 175, into 6th. Dude, this thing is floating all over the place. It's a little sketchy. 183, 184, 185, 6, 7, 8, 9, 190. 190.99. Damn, I really felt like this thing had 200 in it for the runway. I really did, like, especially with all that tire in the back. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a very fast car, but the twin mill definitely takes it. So, if you guys enjoyed this top speed shootout, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time. Talk to you all later.